I just wish you played it.
Welcome to the Game Winner Pod. Lots we want to talk about today. We got basketball, we got football, Super Bowl weekend. How you feeling, gang?
Feeling good, bro. How about you?
I've been good. So we're gonna start right with the NFL Super Bowl. We got Chiefs, we got Eagles. Chiefs thoroughly got whooped um yesterday. Uh Surprised, very surprised, honestly. But what was your takeaways from that game to start out?
Yeah, like you said, I was surprised too. Very shocked. I just didn't expect them to lose by that much. I didn't expect them to lose at all. I was one of the ones that thought they was gonna win just because you can't bet against Pat Mahomes. But I'm low key kind of glad, not low key kind of glad, but it's like because I don't neither one is my favorite team, but it's like it's just good that the Eagles got their lit back. Like you know what I'm saying? I didn't want them. It'll look bad if they lost twice to a team that they really had the best team both times. But it's like I did not expect them to win 40-14. Like that was insane. It was like 31 zip at one time. What, 42-14?
Well, 40 to 22.
Oh yeah, it was oh yeah, because they did score again. That's right, 40-22. Them little yeah. You got them they got them bullshit ass touchdowns at the end of the game. I didn't expect it to be that bad though. I ain't gonna lie. Like that, it was an ass whooping. Like that shit was built. Like it was bad. I wasn't expecting that. It's just Pat Mahomes wasn't playing good. He just seemed like he seemed out of whack. Like he seemed shot, shambles. He was like the offensive line was in shambles. Defense did whatever they wanted to do. Offense did whatever they wanted to do. Jalen Hurts was playing good. But that's the main thing. I was just shocked it was that bad. That score was like that. I thought it was gonna be a lot closer, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was shocked at how Mahomes just couldn't handle the pressure. Because to me, this game gave me a similar vibe to that Buccaneers game. But we knew in that game that we knew that game they had some guys injured on the O-line. Here it wasn't like that. They just got flat out whooped. And I ain't seen no chip blocks. I ain't seen none of that. Um, he looked rattled. He looked scared in the pocket. Like, he was bad. Like, I really thought it was gonna get to a point where like I even said this. I'm talking to my family, and I'm like, they actually might get shut out. Like I thought they might, as great as Pat Mahomes is, Andy Reid, Kelsey, all these guys, I thought they were gonna get shut out. They ain't scored to the third quarter.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really thought they was gonna get shut out, bro. And it's like the fact that like he just couldn't navigate through the blitz. He's missing timely throws. You got Hopkins dropping the ball. Um, he's throwing picks, fumbles. Like he just had no time. Like he was running for his life that whole game. And you know, when you playing against Patrick, it's like that's how you beat him. Like he's played in five Super Bowls. He's lost two, and the two times he's lost is because he's running for his life the whole game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's going to take us to our next question, which was, were you surprised that Pat struggled the way that he did? Based off what you saw from the first Super Bowl when he lost, do you think that he would have, I guess, understood like, hey, if a blizzard is going to come, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to know how to navigate it better. Are you surprised that he struggled like this again?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I'm definitely surprised. I ain't never seen Pat Mahomes play like this ever since 2020 when his like what two of his own linemen was out. Like this time it was no excuse. Like it's just everything just went wrong. That's the main thing. Like that's one reason I'm shocked. I've never seen Pat Mahomes play like this for a while. And he don't really have type of games like this. And but the Eagles showed how good their defensive line is, how good their defense is in the whole as a general. Like they're number one in every category. I think they was number two, and like I want to say points, but like everything else, it was number one. So it's like it's not really it really shouldn't be a shock because they have the better team. You know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't be a shock that they won. It shouldn't be a shock that they won. It's just a shock how bad Pat Mahomes played. Because we know this Pat Mahomes is like he know how to extend plays, get plays off. You know what I'm saying? Still make the right throws. It's just he couldn't get it done yesterday. Like he was getting sacked hella times. It's just the line had nothing for him. Like you really can't. And as a quarterback, you really can't do much if your line's not doing nothing for you. Like he got pressured almost every time he tried to throw the ball. So it's like until it to the end of the game when they let him get them little bullshit ass points, it was like he was getting sacked almost every like he was about to get sacked almost every play. It was a couple plays where he did good, try to extend it. He got the first down and tried to throw it to Travis Kelce or D Hop, but they couldn't make the catch. But it's like and some of them was bad passes. But it's just like it was just terrible. Like I was shocked as hell. I did not expect Pat Mahomes to play like the way he did. I ain't gonna lie. Like this is the worst. Besides ever since 2020, this is the worst I've ever seen him play. And from going, would you say he should have known about the blitz and stuff? I mean. It's kind of the same. I mean, it's the same thing that happened 2 years ago. I mean, he handled it 2 years ago. I mean, it's just the fact that just his line didn't do nothing for him. It didn't give him no favors. There's nothing you really can do without him.
Yeah, I find myself thinking, I don't know any quarterback in the history of the game that would have succeeded last night with what Patrick Mahomes had to deal with.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know any quarterback.
Maybe Lamar Jackson. Maybe. Just
Maybe,
because he
I
can
don't
run.
know. I don't know because he's not a processor. He's not the processor Mahomes is. Mahomes is the best quarterback in the game right now, hands down.
Right.
And he looked fragile. Lamar can't even get past Josh Allen. Like Lamar's setting the ball on the ground. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like now his running ability might have made up for it, possibly. I do think his legs probably could have been like a better factor, but he really looked rattled. Like we seen Mahomes rip off big runs, timely runs. He's not a runner like Lamar, but like we've seen it. He's stepping up in the pocket, just getting sad. Like, it's almost like he was just taking it, bro.
Right.
The thing is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just hiked the ball, go on his drop back, sack, he just take it. Like, like I was, I ain't see a chip block or nothing. Like, I ain't see no one get motion in, extra blockers. They need a blitz. Their four beat their five,
Right.
and you got a running back in the backfield. So yeah, that's got to be on Mahomes. Like, I feel like some of them sacks was on him, because you just gotta have better pocket presence, better pocket presence. We've seen him be able to escape, make some stuff happen, throw a pass downfield or get yards with his legs. He did none of that yesterday. He couldn't do any of it yesterday.
Right.
So I am very shocked. I'm very shocked to see that this is now two Super Bowls that he's been in where he's got absolutely beat down. Like he got his ass beat.
Yeah. But my thing is like also yeah I mean it's been times where he been extending plays but it's like it seemed like sometimes he had nowhere to go like and also he's probably looking down no receivers so man that's also you gotta give credit to the secondary at that like you know what I'm saying like usually he can have find people down the field quick or find Travis Kelce in the middle of the field wide open or maybe somebody doing a little seam or a slant but it's like he didn't find nobody it was nobody he maybe had a couple plays they got away from them, but like it was rough. Like I can tell like he was getting it was a lot of frustration going on. There was nothing they could really do about it. Like it was all that for the whole game.
So let's fast forward to the other quarterback that played great. Do you feel like Jalen Hurts? How was he now viewed now? Um, he now his resume speaks for itself. He's a champion, Super Bowl MVP. He has an All Pro, multi-time Pro Bowler. How do we have to view Hurts now that he's won this championship?
Oh, I mean he top five quarterback. I mean I feel like I had him outside of top five just because of the way he was playing and but I mean if you look up his resume, yeah, he's definitely top five. I'll put him in that top five category. Uh yeah, I'll put him in that top five category.
Yeah.
It's just from that Super Bowl winning, him being Super Bowl MVP. There's still some quarterbacks out there that haven't done that, but it's still some quarterbacks that you really can't put over him. Like you can't put him over just for the fact that man, they're like literally better quarterbacks than him. But he definitely showed up when the time mattered.
Yeah, I agree with you. The top five spot. So let me ask you, because of his resume, though, you don't think he can't surpass Allen, Lamar, Burrow, and we know he's not surpassing Pat, but them other three, because the other three have not won championships. They two of them got MVPs, but we know you don't just play the game to win MVP. Like
Right.
play the game to win championships. MVPs is good, but That's not the main award. So why do you feel like he hasn't done enough to pass those guys?
I mean, it's just the way he plays, like as a quarterback in general, like just the way he plays, like if he played the way he played like that the whole year, I might can say something, but it's like nah, I still like maybe Josh Allen, but like Burrow, Lamar, Pat, like I can't really give it to him. Like
Yeah,
Josh Allen might be the only iffy one just because they be trying to mix the rushing touchdowns with him too. But it's like from this year, I can't really put him over them. I can give him about 4 or 5. It's
yeah,
just the way they like Lamar came out for a historic year. It's Pat Mahomes and it's Joe Burrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Joe Burrow did what he had to do. You can't really, as quarterbacks, he's not a better player than them. But I mean, we gotta see. Maybe eventually, I don't know, because like you gotta think about it. Like, if he wins another championship, like say Eagles go back next year, win it again. That's back to back. It still depends on how he plays. Like, if Joe Burrow's having the season he had this year, Lamar Jackson having a season like this year. We could just say like just the team, just to have just the way the team, just the way Jalen Hurts got the team around him. Like it's built for him to win. Like he can get over doing that. You have the best running back in the league. You got two of the best wide receivers in the league. You got a good line. Like you got a lot of factors going on to where you can be able to play the way you play while still getting over that hump. You know what I'm saying? And your defense is the best in the league. Them other teams ain't got that. Lamar Jackson working with Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers, who was injured in the playoffs. Aguilar. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't put him in the same category as them. Like Joe Burrow's had Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but it's like you still like that defense. He didn't have a good defense. He still did what he tried to do to get it to the playoffs and it's Pat. So I mean that's one thing I can say. I think he's solidified top five though.
yeah. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I feel like Jalen Hurts is the kind of quarterback to where if you give him a great team and then you insert him, he's a quarterback that can win you a championship. Only if he has that great team around him. I don't think he's the kind of quarterback like a Jared Goff. I don't think he's the kind of quarterback to where you put him in like a good situation, but not ideal. Let's say, for example, I don't think he would have. I don't think he can uplift the Bengals to a championship with that roster.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think he could have uplifted the Bills or the Ravens. I don't think he could uplift the Dolphins, a team like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's the kind of quarterback to where if you give him a great team, strong run game, and a great defense, then you can win with him. Similar to like Jared Goff. I feel like if you would have swapped Jalen Hurts with Jared Goff and put Jalen Hurts on the Lions, I think they could have won a championship. But because the Lions are similar to the Eagles, great run game, great offensive line, defensive line, great skill guys. But that's really the only way I can see him winning. I can't really see him winning when when you're saying like, hey Jalen, be the driving force for my team. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the driving force was Saquon, that run game, and that defense. And you got two of the elite wide receivers that he's throwing the ball to and a great tight end. I don't really feel like I feel like if he's in that situation, he can thrive. And that's why I wouldn't put him over Josh Allen or Lamar or Burrow, especially not Mahomes, because we know those guys can uplift a team that don't gotta be that great. Like we saw Burrow in Super Bowl get past Patrick. Burrow's team will half the team this Eagles team was. No way, no how.
Right.
Josh Allen got the Bills to the AFC Championship game this past year, and they supposedly got worse, according to other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lamar got Derrick Henry. Outside of that, he don't got no great weapons around him for real. And Pat is Pat. You know what I'm saying? But and one other point, I knew he was gonna win Super Bowl MVP. Like I got people in our comments from previous TikTok videos talking about how MVP is going to be all Saquon. But I knew Spags was going to try to take that away. Like the Chiefs have a good defense, and Jalen Hurts showed who he is, and like I said, I'm not shocked at all that he wants Super Bowl MVP. But I just wanted to ask you that question though because I feel like now there's going to be people out there that are going to try to argue that
Oh, that he should be what, number two?
two, three, four, whatever, just in that mix.
I mean, if you want to I mean, see, if they go by resume, they don't know football for real. Like, you can't just go off resume. I mean, if you actually watch football, you'll see like the other three people we named or four people we named, like
Yeah.
regardless of resume, they're better players. You know what I'm saying? Like watching from the whole season going on is like they're better players, and that shows on film, not just from the resume. Like Jalen Hurts' resume is better than all of them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like besides MVPs, he's better than Lamar Jackson resume, Joe Burrow resume. Only person Josh Allen, only resume he ain't got better than is Pat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you want to go off resume. And that's a different type of topic. But like if you want to go off that pure skill as a good quarterback he is, yeah, you can't put him over them.
So, question regarding the Eagles, do you see them making it back next year? Do they got a good chance?
Oh yeah, they re-sign if they re-sign right, if they re-sign Zach Bond, they re-sign and I mean I don't know who else is free agent, but if they re-sign Zach Bond, I think that is the centerpiece of the defense. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like Fred Warner's centerpiece of the Niners, he's the centerpiece. Like you know what I'm saying? He does a lot for that team. He's versatile. He do everything for him. So when you missing that, it's like it's gonna be hard to try to do the same thing over again because that's the main reason why you got all the you know what I'm saying you number one in defense and all that. Like last year you want that. So then once you get Zach Bond, and that's somebody that we never even knew about until this year. And he's probably gonna look, and you know what I'm saying, he's probably looking to get paid. So hopefully they try to hopefully they resign him. If they resign him, then I think they got a good chance with the same team. They got a good chance of going back next year.
Another one that's a free agent is Josh Sweat.
They got to resign him too. He's actually a good piece for him. I mean, he had 8 sacks this year. Um, he's been doing good for him ever since he got there. I mean, I feel like they need to resign I think everybody on defense that's a starter needs to get resigned.
Right.
Um, that's a free agency. Not, I mean, even if they on a backup, like it's just certain backups like Isaiah Rodgers on them. Not saying he's a free agent, but like if you that type of caliber and where you played this year and you made an impact for the team, you got to get resigned because it's like you know what I'm saying. They want the number one defense for a reason. It was because of the players they had around them, and I don't feel like it's hard to fill them voids with other people that don't already know the system, don't already know the scheme. Zach Bond is just special. He was just special. Like I was not expecting that from him this year. I even know who he was.
Speaking of Zach Bond, bro, like he's first team All Pro and he is a champion now. He's gonna want top of the market money.
No, exactly.
Like
Yeah.
there's no lowballing.
No, exactly. But it just depends on like I feel like for him. Like if I was him, me personally, I'll be like, you know what got me here? Like I wasn't like this on the other team. I think he played defense a little bit with the Saints, but like you gotta think like I'm in a good situation. Like I'm the best, one of the best defensive players on the team, one of the best players on the team, first team All Pro with the team. You know what I'm saying? Won the Super Bowl. Why not keep that going? Well, I mean, still try to get your money, but it's like, what are we actually playing for? You know what I'm saying? Are we playing for championships or are we playing for the all pros and stuff like that? Your game gonna speak. If you're a starter on the team and you win the Super Bowl, everybody's gonna get you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna get congratulated, everybody gonna get celebrated. Like Cooper DeJean, Queen Mitchell didn't win no type of awards, but there was big pieces for the win. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he should keep that in his mind. Like, yeah, even though I'm getting this top mark, even though I'm getting money from other players, other teams. I'm not gonna go to no sorry team just to get the max deal when I can come back to the Philly and get majority of my money and then try to win another championship. I mean, he getting up in age probably. Yeah, I mean that's what I would do.
Right, right. You gotta resign. You
You
gotta
gotta respect.
resign. You
There's
have
no
to.
other way.
You don't resign like you said, like he is there for Fred Warner. He's there uh um for the Ravens.
You talking about Roquan Smith?
Yeah, he's that Roquan Smith. Like he's he's that guy. He's the reason why I feel like the Eagles defense actually got better from 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because 2 years ago they led the league in sacks, had a sack record, all that. But that Super Bowl they got no pressure. It was very weird to watch. Like they just couldn't get no pressure on Mahomes. I think he elevated that defense by himself.
Right.
Now you got Cooper DeJean, you got Quinion Alden, you got Gardner back, but he to me was their best defensive player this year.
By far.
Know what I'm saying? And so yeah, to me, if you don't sign anyone, you got to resign him, and you know teams are gonna be chomping at the bit to sign him. You know, but like I said, that's enough with football, Super Bowl. A great season. We're gonna see what next year looking like. Uh, Let's fast forward to the NBA though. With Mark Williams trade rescinded. We are both Laker fans on the show. Um, and quick question, bro. Like, I, they rescinded the trade because of some injuries. He failed the physical, all that, but they just couldn't like. Okay, you said you failed the physical, so what? Just keep him anyway. Like, not now we got Jackson Hayes, Koloko, and all these people. You could. Is that a rule? Is it a rule that you can't? You know,
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if that's a rule, but like I mean I agree with you. Like if I feel like if you was able to fill the physical and you still on the team, I mean if you was able to still keep him, I feel like we should have kept him for the long term. Like and like he's not gonna get healthy. He ain't gonna be hurt for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they felt like I think I heard they felt like it wasn't gonna work out long term. Like it had too many injuries. It seemed like it was things to where like long term it was probably gonna be a long term type thing. Like it was something that was probably nagging maybe because you got like feeling if you feeling the physical, bro. Like if you were good enough to play, what is really wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like and they said it wasn't even his back. So what is it that is really like you was just playing before you got traded? You was just playing. And then all of a sudden they say you fell in the physical. Like, what exactly was the issue? If it wasn't his back, like I heard something say, then what was it? Like, is that bad to where we can't like Rob Pelinka is like, nah, we shutting this down. Like, I don't want to take the risk. With Jackson Hayes at center and Koloko at the backup, like it was that bad that you couldn't take a risk long term. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Now it's hard to judge that trade, bro, because it's like it's hard to judge that
and
trade.
and and, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because our next topic is AD's injury. Uh, how do you that trade now? He's now injured. Well, what's your take on that?
I mean, it was bittersweet because the way he was playing with the Mavs, like I wish he was doing that with us. He wanted to be a four. I'm happy he's actually doing that with a team that want to put him at the four, that want to win. They're prioritizing him. That's good. But it's like we could have did the same thing. I would feel a lot much better if AD was playing with us, LeBron at the one, and you put Jackson Hayes at the five. At that point, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Jackson Hayes stay at the five. You still got AD. AD at his right position. Whatever Jackson Hayes do, we just need him for defense at that point. That other stuff it don't matter. Like LeBron's gonna do LeBron, but when we got Luca now, and you know the type of player Luca is where he wants to get the alley oops all the time, drive and want to have a big man. It's like I don't, Jackson Hayes is not really like he's not really a starting caliber center, so you can't really wash that to the side. And then we don't have no really good backup, so it's like it's the judge of trade now is like I don't know who wins. It's kind of like a we gotta see how it happens in a few months. Like it could be Rob Pelinka was bad on his part, and then Nico Harrison bad on his part for knowing AD's injury prone. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody in the league know AD's injury prone. It's like it's no secret. He just got hurt the first game he played with them, literally out for a month. Like he didn't even play a whole game. So it's like, and you knew that before he came how injury prone he was. So I mean, he just came off an injury. So I don't know how to judge that trade no more. It's like maybe we might be in the same situation. I want to see how this Luka thing go when he come back. But right now it's like it's looking like it's not like a lose-lose, but it's like you just got to see like if Mark Williams would have came to us and he would have played, I would have said us, no doubt, because I feel like we got that type of team to where we can win the final. We can win, we can go to the finals, maybe even win a championship. But without that big man, solidified big man, it's like now we got to see how this gonna fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is Luka gonna play with Jackson Hayes? How is Jackson Hayes gonna be? If Jackson Hayes get hurt, how is Koloko going to be? Who's going to be our backup after Koloko? You know what I'm saying? So it's like we don't really have no type of depth at center now. So now we scrambling. I mean, how you feel about it?
We're screwed. We're
Yeah,
screwed.
I mean, I didn't want to put it that way, but it's like, technically, yeah, it's bad.
Bro, think about it, bro. We may have to play the Mavericks in the playoffs. We might. I don't know. We might gotta play the Thunder. We see what they're doing. Chet and Hartenstein. We know LeBron ain't playing no defense like that no more. He's done with it. He's 40 years old. Like that 80 injury, I agree it's bittersweet. But I watched that game, bro. I watched it. He was dominant. And he's back at the four. Like he's a different player when he's playing his actual position. I feel like these past couple years, our judgment, our take on AD has been clouded because he's been playing the five. So we kind of know what he's gonna get. he's gonna be great, all that, but he's gonna go up against Jokic, he's gonna go up against Embiid or Sabonis or whoever, and he's just not gonna physically have it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's
Hmm.
shown that Jokic kills him, Embiid kill him. He just got his first win over Sabonis in his career, I think, but last year, like, but when he's at the four, he's really a power forward. Like when he's playing the four, he is a top five player in the game, bro. Like, and I watched that game. The Rockets could not score. I'm like defensively, can now now PJ Washington, he's really a four man. They got him playing the three now. So Kyrie, Clay, PJ, AD, and Gafford. And Lively ain't even back yet. When he come back, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be insane, bro. Like, bro, they could not. This is the Rockets, a playoff team. They could not stop him because he's a four. And like I said, he goes and gets injured. He's out for a couple weeks, maybe a month. I mean, he'll be back before the playoffs, well before then. So will Lively. But when that team gets whole, I personally think they can beat anybody because AD is that great when he's playing his actual position. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like the trade is like, I think we lost it because Mark ain't coming. Like we got Hayes and Coloco, like Hayes and Coloco. Those are our top two centers. I mean, Luka can score, LeBron can score with the best of them, but we are now small, too small. Like,
It's not looking good, bro.
bro, the Timberwolves with Randall and Gobert. I like Jackson Hayes. I think Jackson Hayes is a viable backup center that can spell for your starting center. You know what I'm saying? Give him a couple minutes, give you good production because he is a lob threat. He can't block shots. He's athletic, and then go back to the bench. But he's our starter now. And then Koloko, who just bounced from team to team, we're cooked. I'm not gonna say we cooked, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I
I
don't.
I really don't want to say we cooked either, just for the fact of the matter is, it's just still like you still got Luca and you still got Luca and LeBron on your team, bro. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Them two really gonna be the two ones that get you as far as you can in the way Austin Reeves playing. But it's
Yeah.
just Luca need the way Luca plays is like we can't sit here and just think Jackson Hayes is gonna be that difference maker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It's not looking good. Yeah, like you said, it's not looking good at all. We need a big man. And I don't know if that's gonna come this year. But it's like that's what I'm saying. Like this is what they was thinking about. Like it's just so hard to judge that trade, bro, because it's like it wasn't a smart. It's just they wasn't thinking about the whole big picture. Like we were scrambling to get Mark Williams, that didn't go through. Trade deadline's over, so now you got to find somebody in a free agency. But let's be realistic. If there was a good center in free agency, it would already been he would already been taken away. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nobody to really pick and choose from. There's nobody. I mean, who is we gonna pick up unless somebody get released? But when do you ever really see that happening for real? Ain't nothing that going on in the NBA. So it's like. I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard, bro. It's gonna
Well,
be
like I
hard.
said, the market was dry, and now it's not even a market no more because the trade deadline over with. So this our team.
See, and you talking about the market dry. I mean, and like I said, I liked Mark Williams as a fit, but like my thing is we don't do research. Like it's so crazy how we got GMs in the league who doesn't really do research before they even try to do shit. Like you didn't know Mark Williams had these injuries and all these problems before you even try to even get him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, I think they said the Hornets was the ones that came to him. But like, you got to think about it. The Hornets in a rebuild. They knew how good Mark Williams was. You could tell like he's averaging like 16 and 8, 16 and 9. Don't you think like okay, so why y'all so quick to get rid of him when you know y'all could rebuild around him and LaMelo Ball? You know what I'm saying? And it's like they wasn't even thinking about how the long-term effect was or like how the injuries going. You're not gonna do that. Like that's like us giving. No, I ain't got nothing to say about that,
Bro,
man.
but even then, like, okay, so what? He got some underlying issues. He ain't gonna be injured forever.
Yeah, I know, and that's
Like,
what I'm
why
thinking.
why why not still keep him? Why not? Bro, I mean, unless it's a rule, like I said earlier, unless it's a rule that if you fail the physical, you cannot be traded, I would have been like, fuck it, we keeping you. I don't care. We need him because
Yeah,
now but he's 23, Luka 25. Those two pieces could be our cornerstone pieces for the next decade, and you just gave him back. Okay, yeah, he may not be able to play right away, bro. You made the trade anyway for the future, right?
right.
You didn't make the trade for right now. You made it for the future, so for the future, so might as well.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is some man. They be contradicting. Like now we talking about we got looking for the we did this trade for the 10 years in the future. Okay, so if you did that, then Mark Williams he could be our future. He's only like you say he's only 23. Give him some time. But it seems like they want to do so. That makes me think, oh y'all trying to do win now? I mean,
Oh,
technically, if you think about it.
with Mark Williams, we could have won this year.
That's what I'm saying, man. I really don't know what's going on, bro. There's no way. I've never seen something like that. I mean, I've seen trades get rescinded, then again, I really don't see it like that, bro. There's no way he felt it physical. Like, I don't know, bro. That's so crazy to me.
We gonna get more into a game, but for the last question of the night, we're looking at OKC right now. They're the best team in the league. Personally, I feel like they can get to 70 wins and be the third team in history to do that. We'll see if that happens. They got three more games to lose, and that's it. Um, Chess back, and they're doing a lineup that me and you both talked about them doing. Rashay, Dort, Williams, Chet, Hartenstein. I think that's a great lineup. You're taller, you're better defensively, protect the rim better. But we had a question because we know Shay's the front runner for MVP, but we also know that Jokic is right on his heels with what he's doing. Now, we both kind of agree that the only way that Shay can kind of keep his his first place is his numbers, right? Team got to keep winning, but he really can't afford no dip in numbers because Jokic is unbelievable right now. Now, Jokic is actually having his best year of his career this year. They're just not
Top
winning.
five and everything.
Yeah, and everything. They're just not winning like OKC is. So with Chet back, he had a game the other day where he didn't play the whole fourth quarter. I think he had like 26 and that's it. And it's looking like they're going to be beating teams and beating teams' ass like this for more and more games because you got Chet and you got Hartenstein back together. Like it's looking like it. Um, do you think Shea can keep pace with his first place MVP nod? You know what I'm saying? With basically him not even having to play the whole fourth quarter because he didn't play the whole fourth last game. He ain't played the whole fourth this game.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
bro.
you what do you think like again, I think if they get to 70 wins and he averages 31, let's say he drops a whole point. So he's at 31. But they get to 70 wins or close to it, I think he's gonna be the MVP regardless. But we know what Jokic is doing. So what do you think about that?
Um, as much I'm a Shea fan, so as much I want to say, yeah, it's like it's gonna be kind of hard. Like the way I mean, it's crazy what both of them doing. You know, Shea's getting 31 before even fourth quarter even start. Imagine if he gets to fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Jokic is averaging a triple double every game. It's like I mean, if they get to 70 wins, it could be in Shea's favor still, just because he's averaging the most points in the league. I feel like he has to average the most points in the league. I feel like that's the only thing I'm saying because I think. The way it's going is like it ain't gonna be no let up for the Thunder. Like the Thunder's gonna blow everybody out. It's sad to say, but like the only teams I really see them even trying to even have any type of challenges, maybe Boston, maybe Lakers. I just don't really see them really losing to nobody real crazy like that unless you really a good solidified team. Um I feel like Shea has to be number one in scoring. If he's number one in scoring and he gets 70 wins, you got an argument there. Like I maybe, and I'm a Shea fan. I'm saying I want Shea to win it. No question about it because I feel like he deserves it. But it's like you can't discredit what Jokic is doing. Like, yeah, they lost 20 games already, but I've seen they like on a 4 or 5 game winning streak. Like, if they keep winning, what can you say then? Like, you know what I'm saying? I think Shea can't. I don't think Shea has room. What I'm basically saying is, I don't think Shea has room to let off his foot off the gas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he has room to take a large dip into his points because. I mean, that's the only thing that's really keeping him. The record and him scoring the most points in the game is like was really keeping him afloat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And without that, without you, like imagine you being second, you second in scoring, your team is winning, but you got Jokic top four in every category, shooting still 50-some% from the field, 46% as a big man from the 3-point line. It's like and Shea's efficient too, don't get me wrong, but it's like it's hard to make your argument when you got when Shea's not even leading the league in nothing no more, and this man Jokic is leading four cat in like in three different categories. He's top four in. Like that's insane to me. I mean, that's crazy. But it's just it's too close of the narrow. It's too close of a margin for Shea to really stop scoring the way he is. But it's hard. Like it's not his fault. You know,
Yeah.
Chet coming back. And then doing the lineup they got going on, like you got nothing but straight defense in your lineup. All five players play defense, so it's like you can't really, you ain't gonna really lose too much. And then you got Aaron Wiggins evolving. He has 24 now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he's averaging almost 15 to 20 points a game in the past 5 6 games. Like it's gonna be hard, bro. I don't really see. I hope Shea stays in first place for it, but it's like it's gonna be hard to see how this goes. If they get to 70 wins and he's first in scoring still, maybe I can see it. But like I don't think he can get second score, third in scoring and expect to still win MVP.
Like, I mean, Yo could just average like 29 right now. He's averaging 33. Like I said, if he dip a point, he'll still be
I
the
mean,
leader scoring leader. So,
Shea averaging 32.7, Jokic averaging 29.6. I mean, you both around 30 and 33, but I mean like that's still like 30 points, 10 assists, and like
but
what
if they get to 70 wins,
yeah, but they have to, and we're talking. I mean, if they get to 70 wins, we'll talk about. I don't know if they can get to 70 wins. That's only 3 games they can lose from now. I mean, that's like that's a lot of games in a row, bro. What are they? 42-9, 51 games. They only can lose 3 games out of. Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
but hold on, let's hold on, let me
It's
just stop.
31 games left. 49. Well, they 43-9 now, so that's 52 games. They
Yeah,
got
30,
they
it's
got
30 games left.
30 games left to only win, to only lose. They have to go 27-3. I don't know.
That ain't that bad.
I don't know if they can do that though.
27-3.
In the next 30 games. You got to think about it. And then you got, I mean, yeah, I don't know if they can, I don't know. It's possibility, but it's still like the teams that they're playing, like, you know what I'm saying? We got taking the injury into play. They might start resting, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know, because everybody didn't play almost every game besides Chet. So, and Hartenstein.
Yeah.
So, like, they might start do resting. You never know what goes into that. I just don't want Shea's points to take a dip, a tremendous dip. You know what I'm saying? Like, he averaging 32 right now as long as he stays number one in the league in scoring, I feel like he has a chance still. But like I think that's the only thing that's really carrying him right now in this consistency, like the way he is scoring. But if you start to see how they're blowing out teams by the fourth quarter and he don't need to play and he ends with like 20, 25 points, it's like I mean, you can't really say much. It's not his fault. It's just the team is so good. But you got Jokic who, and they're gonna make a point like, you know what I'm saying? Without Jokic, who's better? Like without Shea, let's be realistic. Without Shea, OKC still can win games. You know what I'm saying? They've proven that. But without Jokic, it's like it's kind of hard for the Nuggets to still win games.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, we got 30 more games to go. With Chet back, is looking scary though. It's looking real scary. They're doing that lineup. I thought they would. That makes them taller, better defensively. They protect the rim better. It's looking bad. Like I said, they're not even playing the fourth quarter. That's how bad it's looking. But that concludes the show. We want to appreciate everyone that's been watching with us and tuning in. I'm good. We're gonna start doing a thing now where um we're gonna post a video to YouTube, but we're gonna edit 4 or 5 minute clips of the YouTube video and also post to YouTube as well, as far as the TikTok and Threads and IG. So be sure to follow us on all platforms. We appreciate you guys very much for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next video.
All right, y'all.